Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Wednesday, it's Locals Day, we're all packed and ready to go crush it at Locals. So we have about 10 to 15 minutes to get to Locals. We're gonna walk, it's better than taking the bus. And yeah, we're gonna meet the boys, super excited. Gonna test something special today. We're gonna try and dabble with some Eldritch Orcust, a really cool and grindy deck which I personally really love. And my boy Buki, he's gonna bring me the proxies, so let's go and meet him. Yo, what's good, homie?
What's up, my boy?
Got the proxies, man? Got the proxies?
You know I gotta hook my man up.
Yo, let's go. Let's do this, man. So our Locals is basically a free-for-all kind of thing. That's why proxies that like these, right, are allowed. People usually just come here to hang and test out new deck ideas, and that's exactly what we're gonna do today. So let's get to cutting. Alright, so me and Vicky decide to playtest the deck, we roll the dice and win, so we decide to go first. The game starts off with me summoning the Mekk-Knight Orcust and dumping into the graveyard the Orcust Nightmare. Trying to activate the effect of Nightmare, we get ashed. So the next play is to make the tokens and link them off into a Barricade Borg blocker. Then we activate Pot of Prosperity, going for 6, which resolves, trying to dig for some good stuff that might help us. We then activate Foolish Burial Goods, sending into a graveyard a card that can help us extend our plays, and in this situation I believe it to be one of the Eldritch cards, which then we can banish in order to get a search. So we send Scarlet Sanguine and we get a search for Conquistador, which is set directly to the field. Vicky then cuts the deck, we set one more card, and pass the turn. It's Barricade Borg blocker control. So he's playing Tri-Brigade. He starts off with Kara's discarding the kit to the graveyard, activating the kit's effect and sending the Nerval, which gets him a search for the Fractal. Then he link summons using the Kara's effect and goes for the Fairy Jeet. With the Fairy Jeet, he accomplishes nothing because he gets stopped by Torrential Tribute. He still has his normal summon, so he normal summons the Fractal, which, as you all know, we have set the Conquistador to our side of the field, which we now activate as Chainlink 1, ask for a response. He doesn't have any, so we can activate Scarlet Sanguine as Chainlink 2, summoning the Golden Boy, and popping the Fractal. That's all he can do right now, so it's over to us, where we banish Scarlet Sanguine for turn, setting another Conquistador for a follow-up play. Then we summon the Orcust Girsu, which we searched off of Prosperity, and dump a World Wand. Now we have multiple plays we can do. We're just trying to go for the OTK, so we banish the Wand and target the Nightmare to summon it back. We have enough materials on the field to go into cards like Boral Sword, but we're gonna go into Galatea first, so we can get some recursion going, and we can also set Crescendo to our side of the field for follow-up. We banish the Orcust Nightmare, targeting the Golden Lord, so we're gonna dump the Orcust Symbol Skeleton. The Golden Lord now gets some attack, it doesn't matter because we go into the Boral Sword Dragon, and now with the Orcust Symbol Skeleton that we have in the graveyard, we banish it, but we get Ghost Belt. And of course, your boy has Called by the Grave, so we summon back the Galatea, and we overlay into Dingirsu. We try to send the back row, but he chains it, so we send the Shurig instead because Dingirsu doesn't target, and with that we just go for the game. That was a really good game 1. This deck is really nuts if it gets to play. Alright, for game 2 we decided to switch it up. He's now playing Eldritch Striker, so this is kind of a mirror match. We start off with Girsu and he gets Veiler, so we set 3 and pass, still pretty good. Vicky starts off with an Area 0, setting 1 card and activating the effect, revealing the top 3 cards of his deck. He unfortunately misses, so he just proceeds to normal summon Ray. He goes into Hayate and tries to attack. On the attack declaration, we activate Conquistador, and with no response we also activate the Scarlet Sanguine, getting out the Golden Lord and popping the Hayate. Ray gets to float back, which is really annoying, and then he can use the effect of Ray to go into Shizuku, and in the end phase, Vicky searches for the Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. We go for a Galaxy on our turn, and Vicky chains Conquistador and Scarlet Sanguine. Man, the deck just grinds. So we use the effect of Golden Lord to bring itself back. It cannot be destroyed by card effects, and we chain Torrential Tribute, and we're able to clear off Vicky's board. It was a really big brain play. We set 2 cards, and Vicky proceeds on their turn to activate this Area 0, whiffs, and activates another Area 0. Then he summons the Golden Lord from the graveyard, dumping the Area 0 into the graveyard, and that allows him to summon a Sky Striker monster. He summons Ray, crashes the Golden Lord, he attacks with Ray, and then he uses the effect to tag out into Hayate, where again we have Conquistador and the Sanguine combo. We pop the Hayate, but Ray is annoying and she comes back, where Vicky can go once again into Shizuka, and if you didn't notice, he still has Engage, so he goes for Mortilord, so he has the Recursion. Vicky banishes in the end phase the Sanguine and the Lord to set both of them, and then off of Shizuku he adds Shark Cannon, immediately activates it, and then with multi-roll sets it right back. He banished our Galatea, which is really annoying. On our turn we activate Sanguine, so we can set a Hakero. With Foolish Burial Goods, I think we sent the Crescendo, which we activate to summon the Girsu. And of course the Girsu gets met with a Widow Anchor, to which Vicky also chains a Shark Cannon, stealing everything on our side of the field. It's tough right now, I'm not gonna lie. We crash into Shizuku and our Conquistador dies, so then we can make tokens with Girsu, because Girsu requires for you to have no other monsters. But unfortunately we can't do anything really, so in the end phase we just banish Conquistador and search and set the Scarlet Sanguine. On Vicky's turn, or in the end phase still, we get the Golden Lord back, and Vicky then links off the token into Zeke, which can banish our Golden Lord until the end of our end phase, I believe. It's looking really grim, like he has still a lot of gas. Kagari adds back the Engage obviously, but if you recall, we set a Caro, which can banish the Engage, which is gonna set him behind a little bit, but it's not gonna be the end of the world for him, because he still has his Eldritch Place and he can still like get advantage with the Sky Striker cards. So right now he just took my Golden Boy with his Widow Anchor. I don't know, man. It's really not looking good. The Widow Anchor gets banished because it was set with multi-roll, and now he is gonna chain Conquistador, or he's gonna activate Conquistador rather. He's checking if we have a response. If I don't have a response, he's gonna pop the Girsu. Now he's just gonna activate the Scarlet Sanguine, get out another Golden Boy, and I don't know if you know, but that's a lot of damage. That's a lot, and he still has one Golden Lord in the graveyard, whose effect he can activate in order to get it back and then summon it from his hand. And that Golden Boy is gonna have 3,500 attack. It's crazy. Like, this is basically just game, because we don't have any resources left. He's gonna clear our entire board. He's gonna have follow-up with the Eldritch card. And basically Vicky just attacks for game here. Bro, I'm telling you, this deck is fucking nuts, yo. It's insane. The grind is unreal and the Eldritch cards are fucking crazy, man. I think you should all definitely get your Galateas and Super Harp Horrors, because they're gonna skyrocket, especially after Harp Horror comes off the Forbidden and Limitless. But that's not only my opinion. Let's ask our resident master. Alright, what do you think?
I think you should be buying Secret Gears right now, because they're gonna crash because of the reprint. If you're about that, max foil. And of course get your foil Orcus Ulti Galateas while they're still cheap.
Orcus best deck, let's go!
Let's go! Let's go!
Alright, you're the resident master, but now the only problem is that all of the cards we have are mostly proxies. So, what best way to get the cards instead of buying than trying to trade for them? So, let's see if anybody here has any cards that we actually need. Alright, what do you want for Wand and Babel?
Let me check if I got any more stuff.
Alright. Resident Sleeper is gonna hook us up with the cards. Locals is over. The boys are chilling in the back. We're gonna go grab a bite to eat, and then when I come home I'm gonna show you my awesome trades I got today. It's big hype, big hype. Alright, so we're finally home, back from Locals. Let's go over the trades. So we actually got some really good trades in my opinion. Nothing too high of a value, but it was still really good, and most of the things we actually really needed for the deck. So we got 3 Orcust Nightmare, we got 2 Brass Bombard, we got 1 Symbol Skeleton, accompanied with 1 World Wand, we got 1 Crescendo, so you guys can see it, we got 1 Babel, we got 3 Recycler, 1 Armageddon. So basically we got the whole Orcust core, or the whole Orcust engine. We need 2 more Crescendo, and we're basically lit. We're we're there. Then some extra cards we got besides this Orcust, because we kind of traded a deck core for a deck core. We got 1 secret rare first edition Gizmek Orochi, which is really cool. We got 1 Foolish. We got a hold of 3 Kaiju Slumber, actually a really good card. And we got 2 Fogblade if we decide to play the Bardiche route. And as of right now, it's most likely that I won't play that variant. So that's it for the main deck cards. We also got some extra deck cards. So we got 1 Link Spider, which we need. We have 2 Galatea. We have 2 Dingirsu. We have 3 Galatea, 2 Dingirsu, and we have the 1 Longirsu. So a lot of the things here we actually needed for the deck, and I'm super happy we can get it. 1 more Ding and Rare Fly, and maybe Link Rebo, some Nightmare stuff, Oral Sword, and we're mostly done. So now the only thing left that we're missing is basically the Girsu, the Orchestrated Mech Knight, or whatever he's called. And he's gonna be coming out in the tin, so... Hey everyone, Editor Team here. I just want to say that tomorrow we'll be streaming a Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals event live on my Twitch channel. Link is down in the description. We're gonna get him soon. But yeah, that's it for the first episode of the local experience. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, get all the good stuff in. And yeah, stay tuned because more local experience will be coming soon. I'll see you later.